Go forth to the spring, therein the dominion. Thus it is distinguished in the Midrash. Then flow to the previous position of Aries and fire in Nisan, forming the chamber. Of earth, Taurus is in Ayar. Of earth, Taurus is in Ayar. Going forth from the home below, the image of a calf lying down on the ground, a fatted lamb. In fasting, therefore, make the image of a calf upon the ground, below the feet. Gemini is in Sivan, corresponding to the Ruach. There is no air going forth. By the word, from death, the trees flourish. 3. A reference to the death of trees in winter and rebirth in spring. The Cancer is in Tammuz, corresponding to the water. Cancer is in Tammuz, corresponding to the water. Of the great name of every generation on the earth, suspend the signs of the Zodiac. Therefore heaven precedes earth. However, earth was created in the beginning, until here explaining the creation of earth. Of the 12 signs of the Zodiac, God created light to shine in day and in night. But it was not seen in the day before the power of the wheel of the sun. Measure it to see in night, except from the sign of the rising sun. The highest is when the measure rises up to the sign of the Zodiac. Measure rises up to the sign of the Zodiac, after the union is concealed. From them it is revealed to rise in the east. The star sinks down here and there over the measure. Aries is arranged as the highest. Libra is in the period that stands in the east, setting in the west. The star of Aries sinks in the west as the star of Libra rises. Aries measures sinking. Libra measures rising. Then Taurus and Scorpio, Gemini and Sagittarius, Cancer and Capricorn, Leo and Aquarius, Virgo and Pisces. Measure the distance going forth in the amount rising from the east, in the amount sinking in the west. In the amount there is not one of them, but 2 arranged, but gathering in the boundary of the divisions of the sign of the Zodiac. When serving in the spring, not serving in the autumn. When serving in the winter, not serving in the summer. When serving in the summer, not serving in the spring. When serving in autumn, not serving in winter. Arrange the ministers of the middle. Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius are in the middle. Plant seeds during these months. They minister for 61 days. In the middle is Sagittarius. Of Capricorn, in the middle is Aquarius. They minister in the days of winter for 61 days. In the middle is Aquarius. Of Pisces, in the middle is Aries. They minister in the days of spring for 61 days. In the middle is Aries. Of Taurus, in the middle is Gemini. They minister in the days of the autumn for 61 days. In the middle is Gemini. Of Cancer, in the middle is Leo. They minister in the days of the summer for 61 days. In the middle is Leo. Of Virgo, in the middle is Libra. They minister in the days of the warmth for 61 days. Just a note, they say minister and Gemini like mini a bunch of times in that paragraph, about 8 times or 9 times. The wise men of Israel speak of the firmament. It is made as a tent. The signs of the Zodiac are fixed in the wheel. The wise men of the nations speak of the circle of the wheel. The signs of the Zodiac are fixed therein, turning around. The wise men speak the words, not indicating Scorpio is in the south, and the Dipper constellation is in the north. The Dipper constellation does not move from the place, not circling in the wheel. The letters, Hebrew, Tau, Aleph, Kaf, are fire. Hebrew, Shin, Kaf, and Gimel are earth. Teeth, Mem, Daleth are air, and Samek, Aleph, Ayin, Daleth are water. Man does not know the root, source, essential origin of the signs of the zodiac. God created them, but not from the actions. It is written, El poured out water in heaven and earth, and fixed the signs of the zodiac. Reveal the works of the highest blessings. See the signs of the circle. Proclaim the sign of the zodiac when leaving. Bow down to the glory in the hosts of heaven. Tizibah Shemayim. 4. This term may refer to the angels or to the sun, moon, and stars collectively. Tizibah Shemayim. Bow down and be humble. Create all the hosts by the Ruach, from the mouth. The 4 above and below correspond to the 12 divisions. Hebrew, Tau, Aleph, Kof is fire. Hebrew, Shin, Kof, Gimel is earth. Hebrew, Teeth, Mem, Daleth is air. Hebrew, Samek, Ayin, Samek, Aleph, Ayin, Resh is water. The 12 signs of the zodiac correspond to the 3 letters therein are the hosts. Methechi Elin. Methechi Elin. Of judgment. The last letters are Hebrew, Shazayin. Shazayin. Shin, Aleph, Zayin, Yod, Nun, Yod, Nun. The 3 letters without Hebrew, Zayin, Yod, Nun, Yod, Nun. Thus there are 12 months and 12 great lives. Cho, Ioth, in the hands and the feet. There are 12 tribes and 12 malakim surrounding the throne of glory, 12 blessings increased by all prayers, 12 orders of the Torah, and the laws of the Lord. The first is integrity, themayameh. The second is the restoration of the soul, meshibeth nefesh. The third is faithfulness, nemeneh. The 4th is intelligence, Meko Kemeth. The 5th is uprightness, Yasher I am. The 6th is rejoicing in the heart, Meshemeki Lebov. The 7th is chastity, Bire. The 8th is enlightenment, Me'ayareth. The 9th is cleanliness, Tehoreth. The 10th is servitude, Avomedeth. The 11th is truthfulness, Ameth. The 12th is righteousness, Ameth. The 12th is righteousness, Tzadikov. Therefore the 12 hours of the day are occupied by these 12 orders of the Torah. Thus the offering of bread for you to eat is of 12 shoe breads. There are 24 tithes, a asher ranayeth, serving the students of the Torah. Study for 12 hours in the day and 12 hours in the night. Of the 24 books, therefore be upheld at the sight of the Lord and receive redemption. The first step is to cook and mix the wine, prepare the table and proclaim to those serving. Instruct those who are simple, instruct them even when there is no desire to occupy themselves with the instructions of the Torah. Therefore, eat the bread of the Torah by eating 12 shoe breads. There are 12 praises, Shebekoth of the Torah, Sivechoth of the Torah. The first is the beginning, Rashith. The second is preceding, Kedomim. The third is from before, Maz. The 4th is of old, Ma'avolem. The 5th is in advance, Mirash. The 6th is early, Mekidomai. The 7th is without, Bayan. The 8th is Bayan. The 9th is Bayan. The 8th and 9th might be typographical errors. Note, the 10th is before that, Beterem. The 11th is in front of Lefenai. The 12th is not until Ayad La. Of the 12 after, the first is the way of Derekov. The second is the act of Mepha'aliov. The third is the work of Ayavash. The fourth is in the presence of Bephayanov. The fifth is in the bosom of Bekikov. The sixth is in the midst of Balmetza'ah. The seventh is in the strength of Ba'azoz. The eighth is in the name of Beshamov. The ninth is by the law of Bechekov. The 10th is at the side of Atsalov. The 11th is in the presence of Lefenayov. The 12th is in the land of Eretsov. The 12 signs of the zodiac were created for the sake of the Torah. There are 4 divisions of the signs, and thus of the Torah. Watch over the gates of the dwelling day by day. The first is by the journey, Vobel-Lekethek. Vobel-Lekethek. The second is by rising up, Vobekwomayak. The third is by lying down, Vobeshekebek. The fourth is by sleeping, Vobeshene. These are the 4 periods. Man returns to serve. Learn of the 3 periods in the day and night, of 16 in Av until 16 in Ayer. Therefore uphold and consider the commandments. Observe all the laws of God in 15 days of the 2nd month and uphold them. Thus the mother learns to appoint it, as all are thrust forth from the call. Be in the mother's womb for 3 portions of the year, actually, the days filled in the womb. Previously 8 days of 8 months, Hebrew, teeth, shin, ''yod, a myriad and 240, or ''mem, divisions, relax in time to thrust forth in birth. Teeth, shin, yod. It is written, you and your sons receive the laws of Elohik, and also the ancestors as thrust forth in birth. Teeth, shin, ''yod. It is indicated to Abraham that El regards them as a stone to be hewn. Abraham was occupied in the Torah and learned the signs of the zodiac. Go forth abroad and set forth astrological matters. At Segenothic. Also 4 are drawn above and below, corresponding to the 12 signs. Divide 4 above and below. Hebrew, Tau, Aleph, Kof is fire, corresponding to above. There, fire is sustained, corresponding to above. Hebrew, Shin, Kof, Gimel is earth, corresponding to below. Hebrew, Teeth, Mem, Daleth is air, Ruach to guide above. Hebrew, Samek, Aleph, Ayin, Daleth is water below. Also guide above and below. The clouds are of air and water when in the sky. Man is in the days of raining. Ruach opens resembling a cloud, and it is water. In the days of raining, find growth to establish the green vegetation in open fields. The rain falls upon the soil of the earth. Desire the growth of green vegetation. When water falls as rain in a stone vessel, it becomes green after many days. In the days of heat, the signs minister with the sun, ruling in the days of the heat. The signs minister with the sun of the rain, then seeing many kinds of tropical flowers, seeing all varieties. Hebrew, Tau, Aleph, Kof is the beginning of fire. The heavens are in the foundation of the creation, above and first in heaven. Hebrew, Teeth, Mem, Daleth is the air of the Ruach above, of all birds only bound in the heavens. Thus earth was created second. Also, of the foundation of the earth, the Ruach, Teeth, Mem, Daleth takes the earth. The Ruach gathers reaching to earth. The sea is fourth, of Hebrew, Samek, Aleph, Ayin, Daleth. The sea flows below and in the desert, in the low country. It flows down to the heart of the nation. Of the sea the dew comes down. It is written, flow down and establish the low country from the meager earth. These are the 4 seasons of the year. The season of Nisan is hot and moist. The season of Tammuz is hot and dry. The season of Tishri is cold and dry. The season of Tebeth is cold and moist. The 4 elements of man are blood, phlegm, red bile, and black bile. These are cold, hot, wet, and dry, as fire, earth, air, and water. The 4 elements of the body are blood, phlegm, red bile, and black bile. The seasons correspond to cold and hot, as summer and winter. The world was created from fire, earth, air, and water. The red bile corresponds to fire. The black corresponds to earth, phlegm corresponds to water, blood corresponds to air. The blood is nephesh, and nephesh is warm. Learn the interpretation of creation by the elements of the world. In the beginning, create ruach from ruach of the creation. Create ruach from the ruach of the creator of all things. From ruach, create water and air. From the water, create fire and snow. From water, create the heavens. From the snow, create the earth of the heavens and the living ruach of the heavens. The air of the heavens is hot and dry, corresponding to fire. Bring forth ruach from air. The earth is dry and cold. The water is wet and cold. Thus create the 4 elements of the body. The living ruach is the father and mother, ruach of the creator of all. From the living ruach of the father and mother create the seed. The blood corresponds to water, and the blood is opposite to the air. The seed goes forth from the father. The mother creates red bile. The phlegm is as snow, created from the blackness of the world of the Lord. The sea of the universe is water. Of ruach, fire and air, as a throne over the water. The glory of the king is directly above. The Torah was written by the fire of the moon over the blackness of fire. Offer the Torah hidden in the bosom, or hollow place, of pleasure. The throne stands by the word of the mouth, not creating life as paradise. A-D-I